6 or 7 inches.
Rickie Fowler, 8 under 62. Rickie, that's the first time that's ever been said in U.S. Open history. Talk us through your round a bit.
It was a great day. Got off to a nice start, making 3 on 10, and just, never really thought about a score or necessarily what I was trying to do out there. The first few days this week, I wasn't feeling very comfortable swing and wasn't making many putts or hitting very good putts, so continue to get working on the course as well as on the practice area, and finally a couple things clicked a bit yesterday, and then it was more just go out, trust it, and let things happen. So I knew there's birdies to be made out here, but you have to drive it well and get the ball in position first. We did that, and from there just managed our way around really well.
Last year you left Boston as the first alternate on the list. Is it sweeter to be here this year after coming that close?
No, I wish I didn't get in. No, it's nice to be back in a good position and back inside the top 50 in the world, and obviously want to continue to move forward and up. That was a long Thursday last year. I got some good work in, but nice to be actually out on course.
Here on your right to Jeff.
Did you feel something when you were warming up, and then when you were during the round, did you have any idea where you stood in terms of score?
I knew where I was at. During warm-up, I actually didn't have that great of a warm-up. It was fine, but I knew that the stuff that I worked on yesterday, both swing and putting was great. Range was so-so, which a lot of times you don't want to go stripe it on the range. That's just a bad sign. So, like I said, a lot of it was just going out and trusting, stuff I've been working on, and then some of the feels from yesterday. Like I said, I knew where I was at. I would say from the middle of the round up until the 9th green, our last hole, I didn't really know or see any scores. And then I saw that Xander was at 7 at that point. And I'm not sure if he even knew where I was or anything, but it was kind of cool to see if he did, to see he kind of latched on and we were taking off a bit.
We're going to go here to Mark and then Michael.
Hey, Rickie. It's been a few years since obviously that year when you had all the top 5s in the majors and whatnot. How would you describe and characterize the journey as you've been trying to get back into the top 50 and higher, after you'd fallen out, and all the work you've done to get there?
It's definitely been long and tough. A lot longer being in that situation than you'd ever want to, and but it makes it, so worth it, having gone through that and being back where we are now. I would say we're starting to get maybe as close as we've ever been to where I was through kind of that 14, 15 area, and just I've been playing, fairly consistently, but a lot of it for me is what I've been able to get out of kind of off weeks or where I'm not playing very well and still able to, make the cut and kind of turn those into at least top 20s or top 10s. And the last few years, those were missed cuts and going home. This week, off to a good start, but there's still plenty of golf to be played. It's going to be tough tomorrow afternoon, but at least, got out of the gate and we're off to, like I said, a good start.
Rick, I know Butch, I imagine Butch is giving a lot of technical help, but how has he helped you in looking at the big picture of your life and career, if at all?
Butch is great, just his voice and having him in your corner. He's been around and seen a lot and been around so many great players, and, has coached so many guys to reach, I would say, their potential, and a lot of them are very different. I feel like he's a very good golf and life coach, kind of separate from being kind of a swing coach. He is, can be technical and mechanical if needed, but he understands the playing and the mental side and what it takes to, if you may be a little off, finding one thing or just telling you just something to give you a little confidence to go out there and just go play golf, and keep it simple. So that's been one of the big things. It's been me getting back to playing golf, and over the last few years, because I still give a lot of credit to Tillery from everything that I learned from him. Unfortunately, it just wasn't the right fit, and he's still a great friend of mine. But from learning all that and then to being back with Butch and just getting back to playing golf is, why we're here today.
A few more Brentley on the right.
Can you talk a little bit about your birdie on 8, and I guess specifically what were the biggest challenges for that second shot in the Barranca there?
Well, I looked at the tee mark on the bottom of the club, and it was dead straight, and I hit it right out of the middle. I think there was a couple shots today that I just kind of slightly came out of, didn't release. Same thing on number 9, our last hole. But they were out of the middle, so it felt good. Unfortunately, look up, and it's just a little out to the right. But I knew down there that it had a chance of having a lie and being able to at least get it out and move it forward in a way a lot better than hitting it left and being in that left rough. The right there, yes, it is a hazard, but you could potentially have something to get it out. Had a gap, had the bridge that was kind of low left. I took a club that I wanted to make sure I got it above the bridge just in case I pulled it at all. And really just try to hit it fairly quickly, just kind of react to it, don't think about it a whole lot. It was a pitching wedge that I was just trying to catch clean and kind of cut up against the wind. So, like I said, sometimes in those situations, the quicker, not quicker you hit it, but step in, just react to it and hit it and not think about it too much. So got it back and knew that with where that pin was, I could get a wedge close. Stuck in the ground a bit, but I'll take it. We ended up with a good look and walked away with 4.
On the left to Tom.
Rickie, when Rickie was asked for your best shot, he couldn't think of one. Was it one of those days where there's just a lot of them? Do you have one?
There were a lot, which is a very good thing. One of the good ones, the 5-iron into 16, getting it to the position where I was to that front pin. That was up there. No, there was a lot of good ones. I don't know if there's really one that stands out. I think one of the big things for me is, finally making a handful of mid-range putts, which I haven't done in the past, few weeks, and that was a big thing, and keeping the round moving forward and building some momentum out there.
Last question right here, front right.
Hey, Rickie, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Hey, so yesterday you played with Michael Brennan, who dressed up as you as a kid. I seem to remember a story from back in the day that you dressed up as Fred Couples, maybe, for Halloween. Is that true? Yeah. What would have a round like today meant to that little guy?
I mean, for me, growing up, I guess, like you said, I dressed up as Freddie. I can't remember exactly what age I was, maybe 4 or 5. My dream was always just to play on the PGA Tour. Win, but it was just to play on the PGA Tour, and whatever came with that came with it. So, if you were to tell me as a kid that, out here and have won multiple times, and I'd be stoked. But obviously, being human and me and being out here, I want more. So that's why we're still chugging along.
Rickie, thanks for your time. Great round.
Thank you.